This is Hannibal from the Hannibal TV.com with tons of WWE news for you courtesy of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Summerslam has been updated with 6 official matches, and there is an expected surprise match yet to be announced, but it's very likely going to happen. Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus, who is now 43 years old and is from the Toronto area. Apparently, The Undertaker versus Drew McIntyre was advertised in the local Toronto market prior to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view as being one of the matches from SummerSlam itself, but it appears at this point that match is not going to happen, and Undertaker may very likely not even be on the show. WWE has a habit, for whatever reason, of advertising wrestlers that do not show up. They most recently did this with Psycho Sid Vicious for their Raw reunion show, and at a recent house show in Poughkeepsie, New York, there was 5 or 6 advertised wrestlers that were not on the actual card. The Raw reunion show this week drew a 2.12 rating, which is 3,093,000 fans, which was the largest audience since April 23rd, 2018. Stars like Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels were among the approximately 40 past stars that were at the Raw, and it did beat the rating for the Raw after this year's WrestleMania, which was under 3 million. The reunion show was pretty lackluster. All the wrestlers just pretty much cheersing themselves with beers and talking about what a great family reunion type setting it is and thanking the fans. No interesting angles shot or anything with anyone in a real physical storyline other than a lot of the old timers winning the 24/7 title, which changed hands 9 times during this show to make it even more meaningless than it already had been. In attendance news for WWE, the July 18th NXT show in Lakeland, Florida drew 250 fans. July 19th Raw house show in Reading, Pennsylvania drew 3,100 fans. On the same night in Plymouth, UK, NXT UK held a TV taping before 800 fans. Also on July 19th, NXT was in Tampa, Florida before 350 fans. July 20th, SmackDown was in Columbus, Georgia before 2,500 fans. That same night, there was back-to-back NXT UK tapings in Plymouth, drawing 100 less the second night with 700 fans. Cocoa, Florida hosted WWE NXT on July 20th as well, before 250 fans. In Orlando, Florida, July 21st, WWE Raw's house show drew 3,500 fans. The 22nd show in Miami was the Raw reunion show, which drew 10,900 fans, which is a very good crowd for WWE. They brought back all those huge names, about 40 past stars, so you better hope they draw a good crowd for that. On July 22nd, SmackDown was in Fort Myers, Florida, in front of 2,000 fans. July 23rd was the SmackDown TV taping in Miami before 6,500 fans. And to round out the WWE house shows, July 20th, they drew 3,500 in Willwood, New Jersey. And also on that same night in Columbus, Georgia, they drew 2,500 fans, all according to Dave Meltzer. Sean Waltman has announced that he is retired as a wrestler. Regarding the SmackDown debut on Fox, which is going to happen October 4th, WWE is really hoping to have The Rock, Dwayne Johnson there, but at this point, he has not committed. Tickets went on sale for the September 9th and 10th Raw and SmackDown tapings at Madison Square Garden, and apparently there was no immediate sellouts, as they expected, but Raw is expected to eventually sell out. It's unknown if SmackDown will or not. There hasn't been TV tapings in Madison Square Garden for a long time. It's been over 10 years since Raw did a TV taping there. The company is now assigning producers or agents to specific brands. So, for instance, they would do Raw or SmackDown. They're not going to do a crossover agenting anymore, according to this report. There is going to be a WWE Canadian tryout from August 7th to August 9th in Mississauga, Ontario, at the Paramount Fine Foods Center, where NXT held an event last year. As I previously mentioned, Lady Yasmin, the longest reigning Great North Wrestling Women's Champion of Canada, and Maximum Testosterone, the reigning Great North Wrestling Canadian Champion, are going to be part of that tryout. There is talk of possibly having an NXT Canada brand that the former Santino Marella, Anthony Corelli, who I did an interview with right here on the Hannibal TV if you want to check it out, might be involved with. The tryouts are actually happening in Corelli's hometown, but they're not happening at his dojo, where Impact has recently done numerous television tapings. As I stated last week, I tried to get in that NXT Toronto tryout through a WWE contact that I have that also thought I would be a good fit for that tryout. However, I was told that the tryout was full, so don't expect Hannibal the Death Dealer in WWE anytime soon. I feel I'd be a better fit in companies such as MLW, Ring of Honor, or AEW anyways. Maryse was allegedly backstage at Raw, but not used, likely because she's pregnant and showing. As previously reported, Sid was not at the Raw event, even though he was advertised for it. But according to the Wrestling Observer, this is because WWE routinely advertises wrestlers that they know aren't going to show up. Finally, in WWE news, Dave Batista has a role in what is now the highest grossing worldwide movie of all time, Avengers Endgame, in the role of Drax. It's apparently drawn $2,790,216,193 so far, which is huge. So congratulations to Batista. I really want to interview you someday, but it looks like it's going to be more and more difficult the bigger the star you are. But I'm going to use my contacts, and you're definitely on my list of people that I want to interview.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.